front of her young children, they cut off her head and leave. Peter returns and finds the love of his life dead, and he is destroyed. He cries loudly, overwhelmed by feelings of grief and guilt for not being able to protect her. But soon his tears burn hot with hatred and anger towards his father. Peter raises an army and begins attacking and terrorizing areas in northern Portugal. In his efforts to prevent a future civil war, the king had accidentally caused exactly what he had feared. The forces of Peter and Alfonso fought for nearly the entire year, and in the end, Peter loses. His mother, the queen, is able to negotiate a truce between father and son, but the prince never forgives his father. 2 years later, Alfonso dies, and Peter becomes the new king of Portugal. He immediately orders that the men who murdered Inés be captured and brought to him. The assassins are hunted for years until 2 of them are finally apprehended in Castile in 1361. The 2 assassins are dragged before Peter, and with contempt in his eyes, the king stares at the men who killed his beloved Inés. The men are put on trial in public and found guilty. As punishment, Peter orders their hearts to be ripped out while they are still alive. Some sources say that he himself participated in the execution, screaming, "You have done the same to my heart!" What usually comes next in the story is apocryphal, meaning it may not have actually happened, but it is said that Peter then declared to the crowd that he had married Inés before she died, and that she was his rightful queen. He has Inés's body exhumed, dresses her corpse in the finest clothing, and places her on the throne. Lovingly staring at the remains of his mistress, he crowns Inés the Queen of Portugal. He then forces every single nobleman to swear his loyalty to his queen by kissing her rotting hand. Following this coronation story, which may or may not be true, Peter then had Inés entombed in the Alcobaça monastery. In his final will, Peter orders that when his time comes, he also be laid to rest there with Inés. Inscribed in the marble of his tomb are the words, Até o fim do mundo, until the end of the world. And that is where they both are to this very day.